In this video, we'll teach you how to use the calculator to find the equation of a line of fit. Now, we assume that before you view this video, you've learned how to make a stat plot, and we will continue from that point. So if you've made a stat plot, you've already entered data into L1 and L2, or any two lists, and we're going to use L1 as our independent variable, usually x, and L2 will be our dependent variable. Now, the first thing that you need to do is to make sure that the calculator is set up to give you the coefficient of correlation. Now, you can do that by pressing the Mode button. Then you get this screen, and if you've got the newer calculators, it'll say Next at the bottom of the page, and that's what you're looking for. And you press the down arrow until the menu changes, and then look for Stat Diagnostics, and make sure that On is selected. So if it's not, use the right arrow to select On, press Enter, and then second Quit. And you've set up the calculator properly. Now here's how to do the regression. You press Stat, and then use the right arrow to select Calc, and go down to linreg AX plus B. Now, what this tells you is that it's going to print out a value for A, a value for B, and a value for R. The value for A is going to be the slope of the line of fit. B is going to be the y-intercept of the line of fit. And R is going to be the correlation coefficient. Once you've selected the screen, you press 4, and it'll put up a menu like this. Your X list should be the list that contains the X values. We're going to show you how to enter L1. You press second and then 1, and this selects L1. Then press Enter. To select list 2, second, L2, and Enter. The frequency list will leave blank. We'll just press Enter. The store regeq will leave blank. Just press Enter. And now we press Calculate. And when we calculate, we see that A, the slope, equals approximately 6.3. The y-intercept equals negative 0.7, approximately. And R, the correlation coefficient, equals 0.995. That's very, very close to 1, which means that the correlation is good. Now let's take a look at the graph first. And you can see that the points on the graph don't line up perfectly, but they're really close. And that's why R, the correlation, is so close to 1. Now, in order to graph the line of fit on this stat plot, we can press y equals, and then enter the equation. Now remember, from the previous screen, we had a slope of 6.3 and a y-intercept of negative 0.7. So the equation will be 6.3 times x minus 0.7. So now we have our equation. Let's see what the graph looks like. And there's the graph. Notice that the line fits very nicely with the data. It's not exact because the data was not exactly on that line, but you can see how the line of fit relates to this particular data.